Let's do some phonics review because I have 3 new sounds for you. Don't worry. Well, I was just going to say they're not hard, but kind of is. And I'll tell you why. Before we do that, let's warm up our brains and let's think about some words. I have a page that I found and I was going to print it off and send it to you just for something fun, but it won't print off right. So we'll just talk it through. When we were in school, I would show you a card of something and I would ask you to give me a sentence about it. For example, there was a card that had a tiger on it and a bear and a net. And do you remember that when you would have to tell me something about it? Okay, so there we saw the picture. Now, I'm just going to tell you something. I want you to listen to it and I want you to think without seeing it. So can you build a sentence or a thought in your head without seeing a picture? Might be a little harder, but let's just think a little bit. Okay, we'll just take this. We'll do it really easy. Okay, so if I say to you, hunter, do you have a picture of a hunter in your head? What does a hunter do? Okay, so tell me a sentence using the word hunter. Think about it. Okay, you ready? Give me your sentence. The hunter killed a deer. Okay, because hunters, when they go hunting for things, they do shoot things, or whether it's with a gun or a bow and arrow. Maybe some of your daddies are a hunter. My daddy is a hunter. My daddy is. He used to shoot deer, and we would have venison meat to eat. All right, so here's another one. Ready? Owl. What's an owl? It's a bird. Okay, so use it in a sentence. The owl flew to the tree. The owl hooted from the branch in the tree. So you can take those words and you can build sentences. Remember, make them spicy, make them fun, make them interesting. So I can say the owl flew. That's a sentence, but that's kind of a boring sentence, isn't it? Let's make it spicy. The barn owl flew up into the tree. Told me what kind of an owl. There's all kinds of different owls. The snowy owl, the screech owl. Yeah. Okay, here's another word. Okay, ready? Paintbrush. Paintbrush. Think about it. What is a paintbrush? What do you use it for? Is there a certain way you have to take care of it? Do you use it for work or for fun? See, all those thoughts are circling around in your head as you come up with a question or a sentence for my question. Can you make a sentence with that? I dipped the paintbrush in red paint. Yeah, I told you something about the paintbrush. I told you what it was used for, how I used it. Okay, here's another one. The donut shop. My girls brought me a donut from Dunkin' Donut. The donut shop. The donut shop sold donuts. Actually, they sold my family donuts and coffee. I threw away some creamer thinking it was old and yucky. That was my daughter's creamer. That was just fine. So they went and got coffee and a donut. Now I have to go buy more creamer. I was trying to clean out some things out of the fridge that I thought were yucky. Do you ever have science experiments in your fridge at home? Yeah, we do. So I was doing that, taking care of that this morning, and I threw away her stuff. It was okay. Oops. I had to ask her to forgive me. And now we have creamer on our list. All right. Are you ready? Is your brain warmed up? We have 3 new sounds. Er. Oh, Mrs. Tackleberry, all 3 sounds say the same thing. They do. How are we going to ever know which one to use? Well, remember when I told you you don't have to know all those details yet? That will come as you practice your spelling words when you get to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. So you'll have other teachers that will teach you when to use those words, and you'll build it in your brain. So right now we're just getting you to look at these letter combinations, these special sounds, so you can look at them and know it makes that sound. Now when to use the exact sound, that's what will come as you get older. Okay, so let's just look at them. We're just putting them in your brain. Okay, we have These are the last 3 of our Bossy R sisters. Remember the Bossy R sisters? Okay, so we have E-R. It doesn't say E and it doesn't say eh. All I hear is the R sound. We would use that in words like verse, serve. We would hear it at the end of a word like cracker. Okay. The next sound is U-R. I don't hear and I don't hear U. I just hear what? The R. It's bossing that vowel around. As in nurse. Curb. You know where you put the garbage can out to the curb, the edge of the road. Burn. I lit my candle down here today. It is burning. Burn. That sound. And then the last sound is I-R. Do you hear I or I? No. All you hear is that R sound. It's a bossy R. But I use I-R when I spell the word bird. When I say the word birthday, you hear that. Girl. E-R, U-R, and I-R all say Which one do I use? Well, you'll figure that out, all the details of the spelling part when you get older. But right now, when you see an E-R sitting together, a U-R, or an I-R, let's just worry about right now, when you see those 2 letters sitting together, it says the sound. You're making that sound right down here in your throat. So we have A-R says R, O-R says or. See what my mouth does? But when we get to E-R, U-R, and I-R, we just say I know, it's crazy. It's hard to learn to read. I know that, and I know it's hard to learn all these special sounds. But don't worry. Don't worry. You'll get it. And it'll all make sense as you get older and you learn more. And when you start doing spelling tests all the time and you read more books, you're going to see all of these sounds and you'll see how they all work together.